Good morning, and welcome to the second section of this course on web scraping with Python offered by Edwanix. So, if you've done it until now, then probably you've already gone through the first section of this course. In the first section, we have seen what is the importance of retrieving web data, using web data for your own sake, and what is it you can do. So we have explored like a few concepts such as retrieving web pages, what does it mean to parse web pages, and we have also like seen a few examples using some common Python libraries which can be used for web scraping, such as your library, and we have introduced some core concepts regarding Beautiful Soup. So in this section, we are going through more in deep to see like actually what other type of data can be retrieved. And first of all, we have like an introduction about what does it look like. So first of all, data on the web. So before we have seen what a request response, HTTP request response means. So we have this concept probably by now well understood and well supported. In case that is not clear, I suggest you take like a closer look to the first section. So regarding like HTTP request response, there was a natural move toward exchanging data between programs using some protocols. What does that mean? That means we have used some protocols, such as like those libraries we have introduced, and through those we were doing requests and getting something back. That is there is like the core understanding behind web scraping. So we use those libraries to perform a request to the web. So we're asking for something, we get something in response. That is what we mean here by exchanging data. So we need to, at this time, we needed to come up with an agreed way to represent data going between applications and across networks. So it means this data exchange has to be done in a language. So what language are we speaking when there is this data exchange? It's like some sort of communication, right? You can think of it like a communication with two people. In order to be understood, we need, first of all, to agree on what language to speak. Like we're speaking English, we're speaking Hindi, we're speaking Spanish, and so on. So in general, when we talk about data on the web, the languages we can speak are commonly like two. And or instead of like calling language, they call it like more properly formats. The formats that we can use are two, and they are so-called XML and JSON. And now we're going to introduce like what they look like. So sending data across the net. We start with a Python dictionary, and then it goes on to like a so-called like wire protocol. So what we send on the wire for crossing the net from the Python dictionary towards like a Java hash map. So Python dictionary, Java hash map is like two different let's say languages. Now we need an intermediate way for communicating. And let's give an example. So one example can be XML. XML in this case is used for serializing Python dictionary, and then this XML is deserialized and converted to Java hash map. Again, this concept can probably like be better understood if you think about like translating it. You got like someone who speaks Spanish, and you got someone who speaks French, and you need somebody to translate it in between. That's what serialize and deserialize mean. And the common format or language in between, in this case, is XML. How does XML look like? Well, it's very intuitive, I would say. Like there's no need for you, if you are not familiar with this format, there's no need for you to go like very deep into like how does it work and what are the common features of this language. As soon as you have a look at it, it's very intuitive to understand how it looks like. We can take a look at this example here. So we're opening with the person, and then this person is the information about the person goes indented in within this let's say person environment, and then it goes down. Regarding this person, we want to know what is the name and want to know what is the phone, and that information is stored in the indented formats. So that goes from name, and then it calls the name Michele, and then it closes the name, and then it opens the phone, then it provides the information regarding the phone, and it closes the phone. Once the information regarding that person is over, then we close the whole package person. as you can see in this example. I think it's very intuitive, and there is actually like no need to go more in deep with this concept. And that is like one format, which is XML, and another one, JSON. So JSON, again, even in this case, concept is the same. We go from Python dictionary serialized and deserialized into Java hash map, and that is like what is like another like wire protocol, another like format. In this case as well, I think it's like pretty intuitive. There's no need for us to go very in deep into it. It looks like a Python dictionary actually, but it's let's say it's bounded by through using like brackets, as you can see here, and it gives a name in a string, and then with a column, and then within another string you give the name, and same with for form. So as simple as that. And that's it for this lecture. Let's go on with the next one. Thank you.